I'm Sarah, and I'm thrilled to share the remarkable story of how my life took an unexpected turn. Allow me to dive into the details of beginning, where love and hope paved the way for our future. When I first met John in high school, I couldn't have imagined the incredible journey that awaited us. We were drawn to each other like magnets, and as our relationship grew, we discovered a deep connection and a shared vision for the future. Little did I know, our lives were about to intertwine in a way I never expected. One sunny afternoon, after years of dating and countless shared memories, John dropped to one knee and proposed. Tears of joy streamed down my face as I eagerly said yes. We were ecstatic and couldn't wait to begin our life together as husband and wife. Little did I know that living in the same house as my in-laws, who I had never met, would present its own set of challenges. On our wedding day, the reality of our living situation sank in. John's parents were gone, and we were the sole occupants of the house, surrounded by memories and remnants of their lives. In the days that followed, we settled into our new life, with the family home providing a familiar and comforting atmosphere. However, it wasn't long before I began to notice a shift in dynamics. John's mother, Martha, seemed distant and cold toward me. Her disapproving glances and critical comments became a constant presence in our lives. One evening, as we gathered around the dinner table, Martha's true feelings bubbled to the surface. She stared at me with disdain, her voice dripping with contempt. "You know, John, I always thought you could do better than her. She's just not good enough for you," Martha remarked, her words cutting through the air like a sharp knife. My heart sank and I looked to John, hoping for his support. "Mom, Sarah is the love of my life. I won't stand for you disrespecting her like this. We're a team, and I won't let anyone tear us apart," John said firmly, his voice filled with unwavering resolve. In that moment, I felt a renewed sense of hope and strength. John's unwavering love and support became my guiding light in the darkness of Martha's animosity. It was the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where we would face the challenges ahead together, hand in hand. Little did we know that the storm brewing within the family home would soon escalate, pushing us to our limits and forcing us to make difficult decisions. But that's a story for the next chapter. For now, I'll leave you with the image of two young souls determined to navigate the rocky path of life, united in love and ready to face whatever lay ahead. After the incident at the dinner table, it became clear that Martha's animosity towards me wasn't going away. Her disapproval seemed to intensify with each passing day. She found fault in every action, every word I spoke, and made it her mission to belittle me at every opportunity. One sunny afternoon, as I was cleaning the house, Martha walked in. Her expression hardened like stone. "You missed a spot, Sarah. I thought I taught you better than this," she sneered, her words dripping with venom. I took a deep breath, attempting to keep my composure. "I'm sorry if I missed something, Martha. I'm doing my best to keep the house clean and organized." Martha chuckled condescendingly. "Your best? It's clearly not good enough. You're just not cut out for this." Her words stung, and tears welled up in my eyes, but I refused to let her see my vulnerability. Instead, I looked at John, seeking solace in his unwavering support. "Mom, enough is enough! Sarah is doing an amazing job, and I love her for who she is. I won't tolerate you disrespecting her like this," John said firmly, his voice laced with determination. Martha scoffed and stormed out of the room, leaving a heavy silence in her wake. It was becoming increasingly evident that her hostility wasn't going to dissipate easily, but John's love and strength kept me grounded and fueled my determination to overcome the hurdles we faced. As time went on, Martha's behavior escalated. She would make snide remarks during family gatherings, embarrassing me in front of our loved ones. She would intentionally exclude me from conversations, making me feel like an outsider within my own home. The weight of her constant criticism and verbal attacks took a toll on my self-esteem. One day, as I was preparing a meal, Martha walked into the kitchen and glanced at the food I was cooking. Without a moment's hesitation, she sneered, "Are you sure you can handle this? I wouldn't be surprised if you mess it up like everything else." I could feel the anger rising within me, but I bit my tongue, refusing to engage in a battle of words. Instead, I focused on John, who stood by my side, his gaze filled with love and understanding. "Mom, I've had enough of your behavior. Sarah is my wife, and I won't allow you to treat her like this anymore. If you can't respect her, then you'll have to face the consequences," John declared, his voice laced with a hint of sadness. Martha's eyes widened, clearly taken aback by John's unwavering support for me. She muttered something under her breath and stormed out of the kitchen, her footsteps echoing through the house. In that moment, I realized that John's love was my shield against the pain Martha inflicted. We were a team, united against the storm that raged within the family home. Little did we know that this storm would soon lead us down an unexpected path, forever changing the dynamics of our relationship with Martha. It was an ordinary evening in our family home. I had taken on the responsibility of preparing dinner for the entire family. As I multitasked, attending to various dishes, a phone call distracted me for a moment longer than I anticipated. Unfortunately, that momentary lapse in focus had unintended consequences. As I stood there, trying to process what had just happened, Martha stormed into the kitchen, her eyes blazing with fury. "How could you ruin such a simple task? Are you trying to sabotage this family?" she bellowed, her voice echoing through the house. Her words pierced through me like 1,000 daggers, and tears welled up in my eyes. I felt the weight of humiliation crushing my spirit, my self-worth diminishing with each passing second. But amidst the chaos, John stood beside me, a pillar of strength. In that moment, I clung to John's words like a lifeline. His love and unwavering support provided me with the strength to persevere through the emotional turmoil. Together, we faced the judgmental gazes and unsolicited opinions of the family, determined to rise above the humiliation and hold on to our love. As days turned into weeks, the incident at the dinner table became a defining moment in our relationship with Martha. The tension between us grew more palpable, and it was clear that our presence in the family home was a constant source of discontent for her. John and I found solace in each other's arms, using our love as a shield against the toxicity that Martha exuded. We realized that in order to protect our relationship and our happiness, we would have to make some difficult decisions. The time had come for us to break free from the suffocating grasp of Martha's negativity and carve out a path of our own. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but the love that bound us together was stronger than any obstacle we faced. Living in the family home meant not only inheriting its memories, but also the financial responsibilities that came with it. As John's parents had not worked, we took it upon ourselves to support Martha financially. At first, we saw it as a duty, a way to honor the memory of John's parents. Little did we know that this act of goodwill would become a source of manipulation and deceit. Months went by, and Martha's demands for financial support grew increasingly burdensome. She began taking on debts under our names without our knowledge or consent. The weight of these mounting debts fell squarely on our shoulders, threatening our own financial stability and dreams for the future. One evening, as we sat down to review our finances, we noticed a series of unfamiliar transactions and loans that had accumulated in our name. Shocked and furious, we confronted Martha, who stood before us with an air of nonchalance. "What is this, Martha? How could you take on debts in our name without even informing us?" I exclaimed, my voice quivering with a mix of anger and disbelief. Martha smirked, her eyes gleaming with a twisted satisfaction. "You owe me for all the years I've taken care of this house. It's only fair that you pay your dues." My blood boiled with indignation. How could she justify her actions in such a callous manner? I turned to John, seeking his support and guidance in this overwhelming situation. "Mom, this is unacceptable. We've supported you willingly, but what you've done is a betrayal. "We won't let you take advantage of us any longer," John asserted, his voice filled with a determination I hadn't seen before. Martha's face contorted with rage, her voice rising to a crescendo. "You ungrateful children! I've sacrificed so much for you, and this is how you repay me?" But we were no longer willing to bear the weight of her manipulation. We made a decision, an ultimatum. We would sever all ties with Martha, both emotionally and financially. One fateful day, as we went to retrieve our savings, our hearts sank. The stash was gone, emptied without a trace. Panic surged through us as we tried to comprehend the magnitude of the betrayal. Frantically, we searched for answers, turning our attention toward Martha, the only plausible culprit. Confronting her, we found her sitting in her room, her face a mask of indifference. "Martha, where is our money? Our savings have vanished," I exclaimed, my voice trembling with a mix of anger and disbelief. She smirked, a sinister glint in her eyes. "Oh, you mean that money? I needed it. Consider it repayment for everything I've done for you? You owe me?" Martha's laughter echoed through the room, her words dripping with disdain. "You trusted me. What a joke. You were always so naive." In that moment, our trust in Martha shattered completely. The realization of her true character engulfed us, leaving us with a profound sense of loss and a burning desire for justice. Months passed as we navigated the legal system, determined to see justice served. The evidence of Martha's betrayal was irrefutable, and the court ruled in our favor once more, demanding she repay the stolen sum of our savings. Although justice was served, the scars of betrayal remained. The pain lingered, a constant reminder of the depths to which someone we once trusted had stooped. But in the darkness of betrayal, our love for each other served as a beacon of hope. United, we persevered, using this painful chapter of our lives as fuel to rebuild and move forward. After the theft of our savings, we were left reeling from the shock of Martha's betrayal, but we were determined to not let her actions define us. It was time to take a stand and seek justice for the pain she had inflicted upon us. With the evidence of Martha's theft in hand, we engaged legal counsel once again. We filed a lawsuit against her, seeking not only the recovery of our stolen savings, but also the accountability she so deserved. As the court proceedings unfolded, we stood firm, ready to present our case with unwavering determination. The weight of the past, the insults, the manipulation, and the financial burdens, all of it fueled our resolve to bring Martha to justice. The courtroom became the battleground where our truth clashed with Martha's deceit. Witnesses were called, evidence was presented, and the truth was laid bare for all to see. In the midst of the legal proceedings, Martha tried to portray herself as the victim, painting a picture of us as ungrateful children who had turned against her. But we stood tall, armed with the truth and the unwavering support of each other. During the cross-examination, our lawyer confronted Martha with the evidence of her misdeeds. The tension in the courtroom was palpable as she squirmed under the weight of her own lies. Martha's face contorted with anger, but her eyes betrayed a hint of fear. "I never took any loans. This is all a ploy to ruin me." But the evidence spoke for itself, and Martha's lies crumbled in the face of truth. The courtroom became a stage for justice, where the wrongs inflicted upon us were laid bare for all to see. After weeks of deliberation, the court ruled in our favor once again. Martha was ordered to repay the stolen sum of our savings, a total of $30,000. The weight of justice lifted a burden from our shoulders, and a sense of vindication washed over us, As we walked out of the courtroom, hand in hand, we knew that this victory went beyond monetary compensation. It was a victory for our dignity, our resilience, and our unwavering belief in the power of truth. With the compensation received, we set out to rebuild our lives, leaving behind the toxic presence of Martha once and for all. We used the funds to secure a new home, one where our love could flourish without the shadows of betrayal. In this chapter, we learned that the pursuit of justice is not always easy, but it is a necessary step towards healing and reclaiming our lives. It taught us the power of standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. With the legal battle behind us and the stolen savings rightfully returned, John and I embarked on a new chapter of our lives. A chapter that we had longed for. A chapter where our love could thrive without the toxic presence of Martha. We moved into our new home, a place that symbolized a fresh start, a sanctuary where we could rebuild and rediscover happiness. The walls resonated with the echoes of laughter and the promise of a brighter future. As we settled into our newfound freedom, we felt a weight lift off our shoulders. The scars of the past slowly began to fade as we embraced the healing power of time and the support we found in each other. One evening, as we sat on the porch, sipping tea and basking in the warmth of the setting sun, John turned to me, his eyes filled with a renewed sense of joy. Tears welled up in my eyes as I took his hand in mine, feeling the depth of our shared journey. "John, it's been a challenging road, but our love has been the anchor that kept us grounded. I'm grateful for every obstacle we overcame, for they brought us closer." In the months that followed, we focused on rebuilding our lives and nurturing our dreams. We poured our energy into our careers, seizing opportunities that came our way and supporting each other's ambitions. With the house now rightfully ours, we took great joy in transforming it into a home filled with love and warmth. We painted the walls with colors that represented hope and hung pictures that captured cherished moments from our journey together. But amidst all the excitement, our greatest joy came from the simple moments. The laughter shared over a home-cooked meal, the comfort found in each other's embrace, and the knowledge that we were creating a life built on love, trust, and mutual respect. As the years passed, the pain of the past transformed into a bittersweet reminder of the strength we had discovered within ourselves. Martha's presence lingered only as a distant memory, a reminder of the resilience that carried us through our darkest days. Our love story continued to unfold, marked by milestones and triumphs. We celebrated anniversaries, embraced the joys of parenthood, and surrounded ourselves with a chosen family of friends who uplifted and supported us. And so, dear readers, our tale comes to a close. A story of a young woman who faced adversity, found love, and emerged stronger than ever before. It is a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the unwavering belief that happiness can be found even in the face of unimaginable challenges. As I bid you farewell, I invite you to reflect on your own journey. May our story inspire you to embrace the chapters of your life with courage, to believe in the transformative power of love, and to find your own path to happiness.